Okay, folks, big day in tennis at the French Open. Lots is going down. The headlines are just flying. Roger Federer is back. He's playing like a magician. It's been amazing to see. Dominic Thiem loses in the first round. Is he at rock bottom? Daniil Medvedev wins his first ever match at the French Open. It's a day of firsts. And Naomi Osaka has dropped out, has withdrawn from the French Open after the media frenzy, after her announcement of not doing media works at the French Open. So we're going to get into all this on this episode of The Slice, presented by Rally Tennis. Thank you for being here, folks. Let's get into it. Okay, folks. Well, it's been a massive day for me. I was on the BBC quickly earlier today talking about Naomi Osaka. Federer's playing like 2019-ish. Got me feeling a whole bunch of different ways. So we're going to get into that. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. The Slice during French Open is presented by Rally Tennis. Rally Tennis is the best way to find new practice partners, join leagues, play in tournaments, go in free giveaways, get merch, get discounts. It's amazing. Check out rallytennis.com to sign up now. The leagues are going live mid-June. So you're going to want to get your app on your phone now, get all sorted out for it, get your free account set up. And then that's going to be going live. They're a presenting sponsor. They're amazing. Thank you guys at Rally Tennis. Also check courtsidesports.com for 10% off brand new tennis gear. And Bear Mountain is our home court. That's why The Slice is where we're at, because of our sponsors. So thank you. What happened at the French Open in the last 2 days, 48 hours? A lot. We're going to get into it all right now. Day of first, Dominic Thiem was struggling before this tournament. We all knew that. He came in here and he had played Pablo Andujar, who had just slayed Federer back in Geneva, and Dominic Thiem lost after being 2 sets up. 2 sets up, which is it's just crazy to see. You would never see that from a full-on Dominic Thiem. So we've known that he wasn't at his best, and I thought he would still come through because I just always bet on talent, the better tennis player, even if it's not their surface, not their best, they're in the best mental state. I think they're going to pull through. He didn't do it. So I think this is like rock bottom for Thiem. It's like his worst result. If I saw it on the Twitter today, if you're buying Dominic Thiem stock, now is the time to do it. I commented on his picture afterwards that he posted. I said, I still believe in you. We got your back. You're going to come back. And he liked the photo, so we're boys. But yeah, tough one for Dominic Thiem. Hate to see him go out. He's one of my favorite players. On the other end of things, Daniil Medvedev made history today by notching his first ever win at the French Open, which is just unbelievable to say about the world number 2 in tennis. He played Alexander Bublik, and he just looked, I only saw the end of the match, but he just looked like, the better player, he is the better tennis player, but you just never know because he just despises clay so much. So he was happy with that. He was having some fun, letting everyone know that he had, in fact, won his first ever tournament or match at the French Open, which is hilarious. Now, Federer looked amazing in his first match at the French Open, beating Denis Istomin without facing a break point. Just looked really good, moved a lot better than he did in Geneva, had a lot better rhythm, just was on his serve, broke on the first game of the match and then just never really looked back. So super great match for him. 71% first serves in, over 40 winners, I think. He's just playing free. So as a Federer fan, that looked exactly like 2019 Federer at the French Open, I think, where he made it to the semifinals. So I tweeted today, I said, I will not get overhyped about Roger Federer. I will not get overhyped about Roger Federer. He's already said before the tournament he doesn't think he's going to win this. I don't think he's going to win this, but I will never not believe in the GOAT. So that was interesting to see. Has this match changed any of your guys' expectations about what Federer will do in this tournament? Or is it just like, no, that's pretty good, but he's too old? Because, that's pretty fair. He is getting old, but I always believe. Now we're into the number one topic for today. Naomi Osaka withdraws from the French Open, fairly shockingly, I would say. So what happened? People are saying she's getting bullied by the media. People might think that I was too harsh on her. Not that she saw my video. But what happened? We're going to get into what she said. So when she originally came out with her statement saying she's not doing press conferences, to me it seemed like, and reading it today, it was like she was saying, I'm not going to do press conferences this year because I don't understand them. They don't make sense. They don't look out for the players, and it's not good for my mental health. Insinuating that it was the press conferences that were not good for the mental health. She didn't come out and say, I'm struggling mentally. I'm in a bad place right now, and I can't do these things out of concern for my mental health. That would have been a totally different tone. So with the way she said it, I looked at that and be like, look, That's just part of your job. And especially you're in the privileged position that you are, just copping out of that part of your job is kind of weak sauce. I said that too many times last video. I will not say it again. It's just not like if my CEO wanted to report and I was like, look, I don't want to do that. You're subjecting me to criticism. It's like, well, that's your job. Sorry, you just have to do it. The French Tennis Federation and the Grand Slams all came out saying, we stand with the players, but you have to do this or else you're going to get fined and possibly disqualified. And then, so there was a lot of noise in the media. There wasn't harsh backlash from the media. I mean, maybe there was. I haven't seen any on Twitter with all the tennis journalists that I respect and follow. A lot of it's just been like, hey, we understand, but we're not actually bad people, and we don't trash you in these press conferences. It's really not that bad. I was actually called earlier today to jump on BBC Open Source. I'll leave the link below to the show. Starts with the 42-minute mark, and I give my take, and another journalist gives her take, and it's kind of similar. There's like, look, these press conferences aren't that bad normally. Normally, obviously, there is the odd question, but still, it's part of the job. Anyways, so now Osaka comes out and says, basically, I'm withdrawing to not be a distraction, which in withdrawing, it becomes a massive distraction. So that's whatever. But I'm just withdrawing. It's really taking a toll on me. She needs to do it for her well-being. And she kind of came forward and said, I have actually been struggling with depression ever since the 2018 US Open. And I understand that. We all understand that. Like, depression, anxiety, mental health is no joke. I have people very close to me in my life that struggle with it, and it's a real deal. That's kind of why I said what I said in the last video. I said, don't use that flippantly as an excuse to not do part of your job. But now that she's actually come out and said, I am struggling, I'm open arms. Like, the number one thing is your mental health. Tennis is literally a game. It's your job. You're set. Take care of yourself. Do what's good for you. But when you first came out and said that the press conference is the reason for your mental health, that doesn't make sense. But now if you're just saying in general you're struggling with mental health, okay, it kind of makes sense. And we hope that you get the help you need. And if you feel like stepping out of this tournament is best for you, then Naomi Osaka is doing what's right for her. So you can't really criticize that. I don't think it was expressed in the right way. I don't know where her PR person was at all. That's incredible to me that the highest paid female athlete on the planet is not having someone like think about this before it goes out. So anyways, Naomi Osaka, we wish the absolute best for her with her mental health, getting back on track. Everyone struggles with it. It's nothing to be ashamed about. No one should be criticizing her and just absolutely roasting her for anything here. It's just like a topic of news. People were saying that, like, why is everyone making such a big fuss about it? It's like, she's the number one paid women's tennis player in the world. She's one of the biggest stars in the sport. She's the 2 seed at the French Open. Yeah, it's going to be a big deal. And some other people would say, this is the last thing I'll say, some other people would say that if it was a male player, they wouldn't have got it roasted so hard. Were you at the Australian Open when Novak Djokovic put out just a little list of requests for the hotel quarantine to be updated, and he got absolutely blasted by the Australian media, the international media, and I actually came to his defense because he was getting roasted so hard. And that I've given my fair amount of roasting to Novak Djokovic. So it is just not true that Naomi Osaka got it worse than any male players would have, but I'll let you debate that in the comment section below. So anyways, we wish Naomi Osaka the best. I'm sad that she pulled out. I love her game. I honestly love watching Naomi Osaka play. That's just my take. That's the slice on the situation with Naomi Osaka. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below, as I'm sure you will. Check out my clip on BBC Open Source. I don't know. Apparently, the Brits just called me up. I was like in my pajamas this morning, and I was just getting a phone call, and then I'm on the radio. It's big time over here. This is The Slice. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button, the subscribe button. Presented by Rally Tennis. Go check out the app. It's amazing. Links are all below. We will see you soon for a first round recap, but all you need to know right now is Osaka has withdrawn, Federer's playing amazing, Dominic Thiem is out, and Medvedev is on a win streak now with the French Open. It's wild. We don't know what's going on. We'll see you soon.